and go. Um, Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Uncovered Beauty Podcast. I am super, super excited today. We have our special guest, Miss Porsche Parise. She is going to bless us with her knowledge today. As you can see, right below us, we are talking about something that is so needed within our community that not a lot of people are prepared or equipped or educated to handle. So we have the expert herself, Miss Porsche Parise, the founder of Parise Exquisite Hair Loss Center and University. Y'all heard that, and university. Okay. So. Okay, so you have been in the business for the past 10 years. Um, can you just tell us a little bit about how you got started? Tell us about your business so for the viewers that are watching that don't know you but need to know you for sure.
Ooh. Okay, so first I want to thank you for having me in this awesome vision that you have. It is absolutely amazing. So I got started in the business. So I have been a cosmetologist straight out of high school. I went to cosmetology school, Paul
Okay.
Mitchell. Woo woo.
Me
Uh,
too.
and so I really just started out just doing hair, the regular things like your sew-ins, your
Mhm.
relaxers, your braids, your everything. And so I ended up back in, I want to say this was about 2015. I
Mhm.
was experiencing, well, my mom was experiencing hair loss. And
Okay.
so what would happen is she would get sew-ins, and every time she got sew-ins, when we take it out, she would have bald patches. And it
Mhm.
was not bald patches from like tension or anything like that.
Okay.
These bald patches would be just in different areas every time we took a
Mhm.
sewing down. And so that took me way deep into experience. I
Mhm.
mean,
Right.
into research,
Yeah.
as far as like what in the world is going on.
Mhm.
And so I sent her back to her doctor because at this time she was on different types of medications. So I
Mhm.
sent her back to her doctor. Her doctor had either increased or decreased or taken her off of something, and absolutely nothing was changing. And
Mhm.
so finally, it was almost like I got this aha, let's try this. And I decided instead of braiding you down, because we would always use human hair
Mhm.
for the actual weave, but the
Mhm.
braid down would be with synthetic braiding hair.
Okay.
And so I said, I'm going to braid you down with human hair instead of
Okay.
synthetic hair this time. And if there are any stylists out there, you already know doing a braid down with human hair is extremely hard.
Yeah.
It is extremely hard. The
Yeah.
grip and everything is hard.
Slippery. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I braided her down with the human hair, plus we installed human hair. And
Mhm.
this time when we took the sewing down, the install down, none of her hair fell out. The areas that
Mhm.
were that had already fallen out were actually growing back during this entire
Wow.
install. So we came to find out that she was allergic to synthetic hair. Right?
She
And
just gave
that
y'all a major plug.
uh,
Major plug.
and so I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many other women going through this,
Mhm.
that don't even know that they are allergic to not just synthetic hair, but the chemicals that
Right.
are in the synthetic hair. And even if you wash it, let it soak, all of these things,
Mm-hmm.
it's still not healthy to
Mm-hmm.
install into your hair if you're allergic or you have some type of allergic reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what actually got me into the hair loss side.
Okay.
My very first patient, what got me deeper was my very first patient was out of California.
Okay.
And she sent me an email. And I guess you could tell how long ago this was if you're talking about communicating with patients and clients through email. But
Right.
she had not left her home in about 2 years
Wow.
because of hair loss. She had
Mm.
been stuck inside of her home. So it was my mom got me into it, but this patient out of California was what got me set me in it. So it was
Right.
at that point I had no choice but to literally sit in it.
Right.
And so just helping women, helping, transform, bringing back confidence, restoring identity. That's everything that got me into the actual hair loss fear of it all.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, I love that because in our profession, everybody's doing hair. Everybody
Yeah.
is, posting work, wigs, whatever. But the most common thing that I see is people don't know how to take care of their hair if they're experiencing hair loss due to medical issues, postpartum. People don't know what to do. They don't know,
Yeah.
they're like, Samaya, you or whoever help me. And a lot of people are not educated to do that. But this is why we need people like you that
Okay.
have skin in the game, have the resources, the knowledge, and are willing to share. So I do want us to talk about the real causes of hair loss. So people who may be feeling like, my hair is coming out, I don't know what's going on. It may be stress related, it may be tension related. Walk us through the most common reasons clients come to you with hair loss issues. What are the most common things you see?
So, there are, if being honest, there are over 66 different types of alopecia.
Wow.
All right, this is something that people really don't know. Some dermatologists don't even know it. There are over
Mm,
66 types of alopecia.
mm,
The number one, the number one reason why people come to me or what I see on an everyday basis is CCCA,
mm,
right? Which is a scarring alopecia, right?
mm.
But scarring alopecia comes in when you have really waited too late.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So these are the different reasons why someone may experience alopecia. It may be hormonal changes.
Okay.
It could be stress, and hormonal changes has everything to do with your menopause, your
Yeah.
postpartum, your thyroid, your
Yes.
PCOS, which is
Yeah.
really, really found in African American women.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your stress related hormone that can
Yeah.
come from life changes, that can come
Yeah.
from surgery,
Mm.
that can come from
Never
surgery.
thought.
Then you have your traction, right? Which are
Okay.
your tight styles, your
Yeah.
ponytails, your braids, your sew-ins, your
Mm-hmm.
quick weaves.
Ooh. That's
Ooh.
my that's my kryptonite.
Right, right. And then you have your medical, your autoimmune, which is like your Arietta alopecia,
Okay.
different things that lie dormant within your body that needs something to trigger it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things that lie dormant would be the PCOS. It would be the hyper thyroidism or the hypo or hyperthyroidism, or it could be
Mm-hmm.
lupus. All of these things are autoimmune and they lie dormant until something triggers it, right?
Mm.
So that's your medical side. Then you have your nutritional deficiencies. You have your iron, you have your zinc, you have your vitamin D, which a lot of
Mm.
African Americans, we are deficient on vitamin D and iron, and it's so dangerous. really,
Yeah.
really dangerous to the point that it could put us in the hospital or even kill us. And then
Mm,
you have your scalp health issues, which is like your buildup. You have inflammation of the scalp, you have dryness, you have flaking. So all of these things can be happening. And if you are not taking the proper protocol or don't have a plan or just trying to cover it up, it will
yeah.
lead to scarring
Mm,
alopecia. Okay,
okay.
where those follicles are now damaged because we have just put something over it for whatever reason. So,
Right.
the most common reason why women come in to see me is because of the scarring. And then we could also get
Mm,
into the androgenetic alopecia. This has a lot to do with genetics. What does your
yeah.
mom hair look like? What about your sister? What about your brother? What about your dad? Right? Everyone at about 40, 50 years old wants thick hair,
Yeah.
but is that if we look at your bloodline, do
Right.
they have thick hair?
Yeah.
Right. So we have to also be realistic at the same time. So those are the common reasons, androgenetic, the inflammation, and the scarring alopecia.
Wow, this is so awesome. So, without telling too much,
Okay.
because I want to leave some elements of, for people to contact you for actual
Okay.
services. So, what are some signs that people have waited too late?
So the signs that they have waited too late is you have the widening of a part. So when
Mhm.
you go in and you part your hair, that part, if you start experiencing shedding or hair loss over time, will get wider and
Right.
wider and wider and wider. If you can catch it at the very beginning, go get help. Go see the
Yeah.
dermatologist. Go see the hair loss specialist. Not just, and I love all of my licensed cosmetologists,
Yeah.
but go see someone who is actually specialized in hair loss. Go
Right.
see your hair loss specialist. Go see your trichologist. Because once you start seeing that part widening, that lets
Mhm.
you know something is going on. Also, excessive shedding. Our hair
Okay.
should not, we should only be losing at least the pretty much a max of 100, 200 strands, and 200 strands sometimes can be excessive depending on
Mhm.
what you were losing before.
Okay.
So when you start seeing that shedding, get help. Don't
Yeah.
wait. Don't feel embarrassed.
Yes. Embarrassed. Okay, that leads me to my next question. How do you think, because we know, like you said, the woman in California who had not left her house because she was so stressed about this thing. And I
Mhm.
don't think people really realize that our hair is everything to a woman. Your hair is everything. Whether
Yeah.
you wear it short, whether you want it long, however
Yeah.
you wear it, it's a part of who you are. And I think that, a lot of people need to understand the importance of taking care of it. But how do you feel society kind of shapes the way that we look at our hair? Because, with different cultures, you have different styles. So, how do you feel, for the everyday woman who hair may not be, what she may want it to be? How do you feel she can kind of handle how society makes her feel, but also be kind of more confident in herself as well?
So, one of the major things when I have a client come in, and these are the things that we deal with. We
Mm-hmm.
deal, so I'm not just dealing with the hair loss side of it, I'm dealing with the self esteem and the identity side of it.
Yes.
And there are times where I literally have to turn a client in the mirror and
Yeah.
ask her, who told you that?
Right. Right.
Who told you that?
Mm.
Right? Because society does make us feel like we have to look a certain way, we have to walk a certain way, we have to talk a
Yeah.
certain way. And society really messed a lot of people up when it comes to hair because, and I wouldn't just say society, I would say Hollywood. Because if we
Mm.
look at how it started, right?
Yeah.
We look at when you look at when lace fronts came in,
Mm-hmm.
that came
Mm-hmm.
in first in movies.
Right.
right? And acting and different things like this. And so
Mhm.
we saw it on the big screen, right? This is even before Instagram,
Yeah.
right? We saw it on the big screen, right? But what
Mhm.
we did not realize is that once that movie is over, once that show is over, once their filming is over, that unit came off of their head.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so, but society has shaped us to where if we don't have the long hair, if we don't have the best lace front that has to be glued down because we can't take it off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
That if we don't have that, then we are not good enough, we are not pretty enough, and we are not perfect. Right.
Mm.
And so it has even lingered down. I'm gonna tell you this, it has even lingered down into our youth.
Mm.
I have young ladies who come in here, who come to me
Mhm.
already dealing with traction alopecia,
Really?
already
Wow.
dealing with edges starting back here
Wow.
because society has told them now the lace fronts are in, the lace wigs are in. That's what you need. And if you don't have that, you are not good enough and you are not pretty.
Mhm.
Right, to the
Mhm.
point to where if I tell them, you know what, I think you should really come out of that for a moment. I think you
Yeah.
should take some time and just wear your natural hair. Most women don't even like how they look
Yeah.
with their natural hair. So
Yeah.
what does that mean? That means that you have associated yourself with a false identity,
Mhm. Mm.
right? Because you don't even like how you were created without all of this other stuff.
Mm.
Right. And so there are times where I tell women, okay, come out of that. You may be dealing with traction, losing your edges, but there are different ways we could still rock your hair. Let's do a pixie. Let's
Yeah.
push it to the front. Let's,
Mhm.
and so it's like, well, my face is too big for to wear my hair short. Who told you that?
Right.
Who lied to you
Right.
and told you that you are not perfect the way you are? There's a song that I love. And it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but she says there's a hope for you that's waiting in the dark. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. Let the world
Let them change.
change.
Right. Yeah.
Let them change.
Mhm.
You don't have to change anything. You are beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to have all of these enhancements to look like something. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And so my best advice to women who are trying to overcome that is fall back in love with yourself. Strip
Mm.
yourself from all of those additives, all of those
Mhm.
things that we add, all of those enhancements, because that's what they should be, enhancements, right?
Right.
So strip yourself from those for a season so that you may be able to fall in love with yourself. There was a time where I didn't like myself if I didn't have on the biggest earrings.
Mm.
Now I can rock my pixie cut short, flat. It don't even got to be curled with some studs. And I believe I'm
Right.
the baddest thing walking around. You know,
I know that's right.
but it took work to get there.
Mhm.
With my big face, with my round face, with however I felt about myself. There were times where I had to strip from the lashes
Yeah.
because once I took the lashes off, I felt like I looked sick.
Mm. Listen, you
So
that's real. It's
it,
real, and you're not the
it's
only one.
yeah. And so, but I had to literally strip myself and go a season without that and love who I was. And even
Mm.
if I was bald headed, because there was a time where I went through hypothyroidism, or it was called pregnancy induced hypothyroidism, hair falling
Mhm.
completely out.
Wow.
But I decided I'm gonna rock it just as I'm not gonna take anything to cover it up. I'm gonna rock it just as I am. And so for some women, I would say get in those places, in those spaces that will encourage you,
Yeah.
and that will let you know that you're beautiful without the enhancements. Look in the mirror, girl, you bad.
Right. Right.
Girl, you fine. You the finest thing walking on this earth, and
Finest.
sometimes, and we have to encourage each other.
Yes.
We really have to encourage each other. So society has absolutely shaped us, but it is time to be unshaped.
Mm. Yes. 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 So, what would you say to other stylists? Because we're trying to reach everybody.
Yeah.
Other stylists who have these situations coming into their salon chair, and they're like, all I know to do is to cover it up. but they feel, you know, we might have the 20% who say, you know what, I keep seeing this, this keeps coming to me. What can I do about it? What would you encourage them to do? It's for the ones that have a little bit more emotional involvement for their clients.
So there's two things that I can encourage, right?
Hmm.
For one, for those who have like the heart for it, that say no,
Hmm.
I want to find a solution. Go get educated. Go a
Yes.
little further and get that education and get that training, so that
Hmm.
you can educate your client, right?
Yeah.
But since I'm on the medical side, I want to
Hmm.
take it a little step further, because this is something that we don't do in the cosmetic field, right?
Hmm.
If you look on the medical side, you have your primary care doctor, right?
Yes.
Now,
Hmm.
when I was pregnant, I didn't see my primary care at all
Mm.
because I had to be referred out to a OBGYN.
Yes.
Right. And then when I was dealing with my OBGYN, when I was dealing with low iron, my OBGYN was not the one that gave me iron infusions. They sent me to another specialist. Right.
Right.
So
Hmm.
the best thing that we can do is create a network.
Yes.
Everybody. So what? One of the things that I tell people, I don't desire to do hair anymore. I just want the medical side, right?
Okay, I know that's right.
I just
Listen.
want the medical side, right? So,
Hmm.
but don't fear connecting with those people who already specialize in it, right?
Yeah.
So where, because if you're a stylist and you specialize in blowouts and you specialize in healthy hair, but you don't
Hmm.
necessarily have the knowledge, you should have created some type of network that you trust,
Hmm.
that you can send your client to, and you're not afraid that that person is going to take your client because they don't deal in the area that you deal with.
Right there.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
now you send your client to me. I create a treatment plan. Now I'm communicating back and forth with you
Hmm.
about the client. So this is the treatment plan I have them on, and then also me and you have a plan
Hmm.
together for that client. So now that
Yeah.
client doesn't feel like she's hopping everywhere, she's in a network.
Yes. Let's talk about it because I feel that there is like a mean girl culture amongst
Mhm.
stylists.
Mhm.
Even in a salon, you being in a salon with, other stylists, and everybody's in competition. Other
Yeah.
stylists are pocket watching, trying to see how much money you make, how
Yeah.
what you're doing, what you're attending, how is she getting all these clients. Let's talk about that because I can attest. I have worked in your salon. And
Yeah.
it was a supportive environment. It was, the clean environment that my clients needed and enjoyed. And you even let me bring my children, my child. I only had one child at the time. My
Yeah.
child to work. Just the support to see another business person, that another stylist that's trying to grow and trying to do these things. And I've been to other salons as well where the culture has been the same. But I know for a fact, and people talk about it all the time, where stylists are bickering. And that's where the whole salon suites thing is coming from, because people want to be able to be in their own space with themselves. What is the reality check that we need to understand as stylists? That, of course, there's enough money for everybody,
Everybody.
but take us a little bit deeper and cut and correct those who may be having some insecurity things, because we really need to get together.
Yeah. So, and I can attest because I once, before I actually went into ownership, I operated like in that same thing, right? And it has a lot to do with insecurity.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with insecurity. It has a lot to do with pride. There are a lot of different things that can be going on. But I think that we have to realize that who is called and assigned to us is called and assigned to us,
That part.
period, right? And
That part.
so if we get out of ourselves and get over ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because this hair industry, the beauty industry, the cosmetic industry, if we realize that this is really a ministry, I think that's the first part that we have to understand, because I don't think we really understand the assignment of handling someone's glory.
Let's yes. Let's
I,
talk
I, I,
about
I,
that.
I don't think we really understand that. And so first we have to get over ourselves
Yes.
and
Come on.
realize that we can't service everybody in the world,
Thank you.
right? And understanding that we need each other.
Yeah.
I think that that's the biggest thing. And if someone does need help, let's say like in a salon setting,
Mm-hmm.
if someone does need help, that doesn't make you any greater that they don't know, and it doesn't make them any less that they don't know.
Exactly.
You
Because
get what I'm saying?
we know in this industry, you could be booked this week, and next week you could be dry. So be
Baby.
very careful how you handle somebody else's building season,
Yeah.
because you could plateau yourself. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, 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 and that is so true.
Hmm.
Where this it goes in phases, and you have to realize your peaks from your
Yeah.
valleys, your hot
Hmm.
seasons from your, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But I believe that we have to get out of the they say what they say, like a crab in a bucket, or a
Hmm. Crabs in a bucket mentality. Yep.
crab in a bucket, mentality. And I believe a whole lot more people would be able to be serviced, and a
Hmm.
whole lot more clients will be satisfied.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say that again. I believe a whole lot more clients will be able to be serviced, and a whole lot more clients will be satisfied if we really work together. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because it doesn't matter how big you may be, how popular you may be, or how, like, what we would call like lame you may be. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All it
Hmm.
takes is the right client and you to do the right job
Listen.
that could take you, you know what I'm saying? That could
Yeah.
take you off. So I believe that coming together is absolutely essential.
Hmm.
Where we are going with technology, don't sleep on it.
Yeah.
Nobody, I just thought about this yesterday, how nobody ever thought. I sat with a client, a mentee client,
Hmm.
and we literally created probably 4 flyers
Hmm.
using
Mm.
AI,
AI. AI.
right? So
Yes.
no one thought that these digital creators that we used to have to hire,
Yes.
now looking around like AI done took my job.
Hmm.
Soon, videographers, we won't need them.
Yeah.
You
It's
get what
true.
I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so when you look at technology, soon there will be a robot doing sew-ins.
I
Do,
believe
do,
it.
do you understand what I'm saying? And so if we come together and we begin to brainstorm together, we could actually surpass
Hmm.
technology
Yeah.
in a way. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But just this doing it by ourselves, having our clients, and because when you do it that way and there's no funnel, no system, no, what happens on those dry weeks?
Yeah.
What happens on that first week of the month? Because that's my week.
Hmm.
The first week of every month is a very dry week for me, right? Because
Hmm.
that's everybody paying their bill,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so, but what happens when you don't have that cycle coming in of other
Hmm.
people that you have connected with that
Hmm.
can say, hey, I don't do this service, but I have a stylist that can help you.
Exactly.
I don't do pixie cuts,
Hmm.
but I have someone that I refer my pixie cut clients to.
Hmm.
But guess what? They still come back to me for treatment. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
working together will actually put more money in your pocket than take money out of your pocket if you go
Mhm.
in with the right mindset.
Listen. Ooh, I hope y'all are listening and getting all the gems because, honey,
Yes.
this is what is needed more than anything. So, we are at our 30-minute mark. I want to get into something that is very rare
Okay.
that you offer. And this is the VA contracted provider that you are.
Yes.
So, all of my stylists, I want you to know that you need to lock in when you're listening to this portion. Miss Portia, don't share too much,
I
but
won't.
share what will draw the people to you for more knowledge because you pay for this, and I'm a firm believer in you. People need to invest into you after you have invested into this. So tell us about your VA contracting, and also after that, can we get more into Parise Exquisite University? So,
Yes. So I am a VA vendor. So I
mhm,
am contracted with the VA, and I currently live in North Carolina, but I extend all the way out to New Mexico. So I don't I don't just service veterans here. I service
mhm,
veterans across the entire United States. I ship
yes,
overseas.
mhm,
And so that is a huge part, of course, you all know financially, for that's just another stream.
yes,
But we also provide other major medical insurance like your Blue Cross Blue Shield, TRICARE,
okay,
Humana, and different things like that. And
mhm,
so we provide the cranial prosthesis or your hair systems or your non-surgical hair replacement through the VA for veterans. So,
mhm,
but on the stylist side, because again, I can't service every veteran.
right,
I cannot service every veteran, even in the United States.
yes,
So, what I have created is a system called Beauty for Veterans, where
okay,
stylists can actually come on as a Paris Exquisite associate, still working in your location where you at. You don't have to
mhm,
come where I am.
mhm,
Still working in the location where you're at, but now we're building a foundation, and we're building an organization where we can service more veterans, where we can
yes,
educate more veterans, because
mhm,
again, I can't do it by myself. So
right,
if you come to Paris Exquisite University, you'll be educated. You'll be first educated and trained in hair loss, because you have to know the language.
right,
You have to know the language. You have to know how to conduct a consultation.
mhm,
You have to know how to do measurements. You have to know how to size, how to fit. You have to know
yes,
the different types of underlining of a cranial prosthesis, because if you
mhm,
say you do cranial prosthesis and you're just ordering a regular wig from overseas, that's not a cranial prosthesis. uh, and so you get trained on all of that, and so we actually, Paris Exquisite actually pays you to service that veteran.
come on,
And so again, it's another stream while building an entire network. So if
mhm,
you are a stylist and you are out there and you are interested, that is a service that we provide to stylists. And then we also provide another service to actual salon owners, where
mhm,
we actually sell our model, where we go in and we train you, teach you, and help you get running, up and running, um, transitioning your salon from a regular salon to a medical salon. So, what
yes,
does that mean? That means that we train you everything hair loss, everything treatments, everything, as far as VA, and as far as your major medical insurances. You could start using those services immediately. We take care of
yes,
all of the billing. We take care of all of the everything that needs to be done
yes,
on the back end while you run your medical salon, as a Paris
wow,
Exquisite model. So those are the things that fall under what we offer.
mhm,
Um, And that does fall under the teaching part, falls under the Paris Exquisite University.
Right, right.
So now when we talk about Paris Exquisite University is pretty much a university that develops leaders, professionals,
Hmm.
those who are interested in just going into entrepreneurship. Um, those who need training on different things, training from hair loss to finances
Yeah.
to everything that you need. But our specialty is accountability and systems. So
Yes.
what we do is we go in and we help you build systems that you need so that your business can function and operate and run smoothly, even if you are not present.
Yes, yes. And this is what we need. If you are going to last in the industry and not get burnt out, you
Yeah.
need systems. Systems. And I talk about this in my ebook for growing your beauty business. You have to have systems in place because you cannot be there all the time. Neither should you want to be there all the
Right.
time. Like in the first 5 years, I understand this is your baby. You gotta give it legs, give it what it needs. But after, you should be able to have put some systems in place where your business can run better without your hands being so much in it. And that's where our stylists are getting burnt out and we're
Yeah.
chasing the dollar, 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 dollar. But if you set your salon up and have a system, you're able to do it. And especially within our community, we
Yeah.
tend to have like we said, the crabs in the barrel mindset. And we're trying to stack clients. I got 7 clients in the chair. You working from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. I don't want to work like that.
I
I'm so
know.
sorry. I am so sorry.
That's
And
not cute at all.
no.
Let me
And for
help
the
you. That's
listen.
not cute.
And for those who do, it bless your heart. And you
Yeah.
have to also plan for longevity as well.
Mhm.
We can spend 15 years behind the chair and be like and I don't mean this in an offensive way, but there are some stylists who are in their 60s and 70s still behind the chair. And it's like I understand it, but with all that knowledge and all of that, that you have gained over 30 years, we should be able to have seen some type of, you know, proof and evidence of that.
Right.
And I think it's the lack of the business side that we lack. We have the talent, we have the technique, but it's the business part that we're missing. And also, I really feel like our clients will begin to appreciate us having systems and things in place because we have really, and I talked about this last week, we have really made the culture of the salon so unprofessional. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are looking for, I hear it every time I get a new client. I'm looking for somebody to take care of my hair. This girl, I went to this person and they did X, Y, and Z, and they did cancel my appointment last minute.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah. There is a need, but there's not enough people with systems in place to meet the need in the way that it can be met so it can grow, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Right, right,
So,
right. And
yes.
if I could piggyback off of that, so not only do we not need systems, or when you talked about, because I definitely want to hit on this when it comes to stylists, because I see this a lot.
Yes.
When Paul Mitchell has this thing called Career Day, right? That
Okay.
that I have, had the privilege to be a part of. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I go in and I speak with the students, right, because they're setting up and they're showing like their work because they're trying to find a salon to go into and all of these
Mm-hmm.
things after they graduate. So my question to them, right, is I see all of this that you're doing. I see your work is absolutely amazing. What's your plan B?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Yeah.
they say either, well, I really don't have a plan B, or they say, well, I figure if this doesn't work, I'll go into, I'll just, get a job somewhere until it does. And
Mm-hmm.
my response is absolutely not. At this point, you didn't pay, at least with Paul Mitchell, we know about a good 20 grand.
Yes.
Okay. To go through cosmetology school. and
Mm-hmm.
you're going to, if it doesn't work, just find something else. And so I think that we have a lot of cosmetologists who don't know how to build.
Mm.
And so that requires the spirit and the gifting of an architect,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Talk
And
about
so when you look at what your plan B is, my thought process is, no, what is your plan B still within the sphere
it. Mm-hmm.
that you are in, right?
Yeah,
Because at 60, I already know at 35, your body alone won't allow you to stay behind a chair.
for sure. For sure.
So if you're 60 behind the chair, I know you're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? When you start looking at carpal tunnel, when you start looking at your feet, your knee,
Yeah. Yep.
it's just back. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's your body will not allow you to do that. Right. So within the same sphere, what is your retirement plan?
Yes. Yes.
You're in 60 years, right? Or you're
Mm-hmm.
60 behind a chair, but you haven't started any type of educational classes. You haven't started any program where you can post it, your ebook online, and you make money while you're asleep. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Most
Exactly.
cosmetologists, and I'm still on the Parise Exquisite University side,
Yeah.
most cosmetologists don't have a retirement plan.
Come on.
This is why, you know, we will see them older and older behind the chair when they really don't have to be.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is create a plan B, create a plan C, create those streams of income,
Mm-hmm.
create passive income in what you are doing. I
Yeah.
believe that each and every one of us as stylists has something we can offer. What is your specialty? Stop
Yes.
chasing all of these rabbits, find your niche.
Yeah. Yes.
Find
Yes.
your niche
Yes.
and go hard in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mine's is hair loss. When I started, like I said, I was doing all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm to the point to where, for one, I'm not coming in on a Saturday.
Okay, come on. That's a major milestone to be able to get to where you don't have to work on a Saturday. Come
I'm
on now.
not. I'm not. I'm not working on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You will never walk into my facility and see two, three, and four people
Mm-hmm.
sitting in my waiting room,
Yeah.
because I have just spaced my time out. For one, my clients are hair loss, so nobody needs to be in their
Right.
space anyway, right?
Right.
But I have spaced it out, and I have created other streams of income to where I don't have to have seven people waiting, or I don't have to miss my child's football game, or
Yeah.
miss tucking them in, or miss feeding them dinner because I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get this money.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I literally work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday
Mm-hmm.
with clients. That is it.
Yeah.
That is my schedule.
Yeah.
My Monday and my Tuesday, I'm still on the Paris Exquisite University side. I work
Mhm.
on my business.
Right. Come on.
Right. So what does it mean to work on your business? Because you're behind a chair, there's still stuff that has to be done. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to put in claims. I still have to communicate and put in these orders for the VA. I still have
Yeah.
to communicate. I still have to order systems. I still have to create systems. All of these things I'm doing on the days I'm working on my business. And then I work in my business, and then I have family time. I have a cutoff time. You cannot book me after 5 o'clock.
I know that's
I am out of this door by 5:30. Okay.
yes.
So it's just really creating systems and creating those streams of income that will allow you to create the life that you want.
Yes. 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 Oh, this is what we need to talk about because it's just, I'll keep
Yeah.
saying it. It's not being done.
It's not.
But
It's
it's
not.
being,
It's
yes,
not.
it's being done because we're doing it today.
Yeah.
So, yes, yes, yes. I mean, I have just enjoyed our conversation so much.
Yes.
How can people book with you? Somebody who says, I want to know more about, I want to book you for your hair loss services or have a consultation, or they're a business owner and they want to expand and know more about Paris Exquisite University, how can we connect with you?
So the best way to connect on all of them would be through my website,
Okay.
and you'll be able to find all different sizes. You'll be able to find a hair loss piece. You'll be able to find a Paris Exquisite University piece. You'll be able to find the Builder's Table mentor piece, mentorship piece, and that will be on my website at www.parisexquisite.org.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up right now. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I do have um a couple questions, just rapid fire questions.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
okay.
What's the biggest myth about wigs or hair pieces you wish people would stop believing?
The biggest myth, I think it
Mm-hmm.
would go back to kind of what we discussed earlier,
Mm-hmm.
is you don't need it to be beautiful. You don't need it to feel pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It is a enhancement,
Mm-hmm.
is not who you are. It is also a bridge for if you are dealing with the hair loss side or the hair thinning side. It is definitely a bridge,
Mm-hmm.
right, to have while you are going through your treatments. But it is not who you are. You are absolutely beautiful. You're amazing. You're still a rock star. You still got it, girl. You got it, girl. You got
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
it.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so these next questions are for your personal preferences for yourself.
Okay.
So, wigs or weaves?
Wigs, for sure.
Okay. Lace front or full lace?
A lace front or a full lace front?
Okay. What's one hair tool you cannot live without?
A flat iron.
Me too. Okay,
You know,
messy bun or sleek ponytail.
absolutely messy.
Yeah, me too. Especially with these
Messy.
kids, it's messy.
Right, messy.
If we going somewhere nice, then maybe you can sleep, give me a sleek ponytail, but messy bun.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the best compliment a client has ever given you?
So I would say the best. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can
it's
you see
okay.
me now?
Yep, we can see.
Okay. So the best compliment that a client has ever given me, oh my gosh, was I had a doctor. He was a guy that was trying to come to me to get a topper put on,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I don't do men, right?
Okay.
So I thought he
Yeah.
challenged me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kept sending him to other people. I kept sending him to other hair loss specialists, right?
Yeah.
Like this person could do it, that person works with men. And he finally called me like after 2 months and said, wait, just listen to me. I went
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, I searched everywhere, and everyone told me that you are the only one in Fayetteville that could do it.
Mm.
And it was
Yeah.
at that moment I was like, oh, she's somebody.
Yes. Yes. We lost you again on the camera side. Can you hear us? There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Okay, one word to describe your client's reaction when they see themselves in the mirror after their transformation with you. What's one word you want every client to feel that could describe it?
Exquisite.
Yeah. She said it's in the name. It's in the
Yeah.
name. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. And that's the thing about branding. This is what we this your name, your brand should encompass in the name what you want people to feel. Like
Yes.
galore beauty. Galore means abundance. I speak
Yes.
abundance over my business constantly, constantly, constantly. So you cannot say my business name without saying abundance. So
Woo! Come on.
So yes. Okay, tea or coffee before a full day.
Okay, so it's coffee, but I know it should be tea. So don't. Okay, but it's coffee.
It depends on the day for me. It depends on the day. Okay. What is one hair trend you cannot get with?
the hair trend I cannot get with. Uh, I don't a hair trend I cannot get with. So I would say a hair trend. Okay, so when I say get with, it is I would absolutely just never do, and that
Mhm.
is probably like the infusions, the little beads on the
Yeah.
I can't. First of all, I'm not standing that long to do it,
Yeah.
and then and then over time, it literally pulls the hair out.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
literally makes the hair shed. Those little strands that you have to get to put that bead on there, the weight just thins the hair out over time. I've seen it with my own eyes. Can't get with
Got you. Got you. Okay. Well, there you have it. Okay.
it.
If your business had a theme song, what would it be?
It would be the theme song I sing to my babies. Who's that
I
girl? La
know.
la 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 la.
Yes. Okay. 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 True or false? You can swim with the cranial prosthesis on.
True.
True, 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 true. Okay. And just a quick little sidebar. I used to work when I had moved to Atlanta that
Yes.
time. I would
Yes.
end up working at Hair Club. Did I tell you that?
Yep. Uh huh.
Girl, I
I
ended up
need
working
your
at
referral.
yeah. Yes. I ended up working at Hair Club for men. And I tell
Yeah.
you, they absolutely loved me. I didn't know what I was doing, but we we made it work. They walked out happy. So and I know the process of taking the cranial prosthesis off, we had to clean it
Yeah.
because they had a reusable one. So you
Mm-hmm.
had to clean it, and then some days they were getting new ones. So it was interesting to say the
Yeah.
least. And they
Yeah.
would tip really good. So
Really good. Okay,
Uh,
because women don't just have insecurity with hair loss, men do too.
listen, now this is true. Men, and I feel like it may affect them more
It
than
does.
women.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. It
Mm-hmm.
affects them more. There are
Yes.
men that call me and they want to make sure that absolutely no one is in the salon when they come. So
Uh
it
oh,
absolutely
something happened.
does.
Yes, 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 it definitely does. Because we can go put a wig on and be like,
Yep.
oh, okay. Nobody would question it. But let a man have a wig or even the little spray. We're going to be
Right.
like, okay, you know.
Right. Take that off. Let me see what you're working,
Listen.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
What's one product everyone with thinning hair should own?
One product that everyone with thinning hair should own is some type of rosemary spray.
Okay.
Rosemary spray, tea tree oil, rosemary oil that
Hmm.
helps with inflammation.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. What is the favorite part of your day when you're at your place of business?
So honestly, the favorite part of my day is actually working with clients. I love the communication. I
Mhm.
love, for some of my clients, I'm the therapist too.
Yes.
And for some of my clients, especially my older ones, they are my therapist. Uh,
Yes. We need it.
right, so my best part is actually working face to face with the client.
I love that. Love that. So I mean, she really love y'all, y'all. She love y'all.
I,
If you're her
with
client
my
watching
whole
this,
heart.
we love you. So if you were not doing hair, what do you think you would be doing? What
I would
profession?
abs- I would absolutely I would still be mentoring for
Mm-hmm.
sure because I love anything. I would still be an entrepreneur cuz that's like my I don't have to think about that. It just comes
Right.
naturally.
Hmm.
But I would be in real estate.
Okay. Okay. We can talk about that because that can happen for real.
Yeah, listen, okay.
That
She's
can
working
happen.
on it currently.
Ah!
So,
Okay, okay, not too much, not too much for the public. Okay. Okay. So this is our last and final question. I hate for us to end, but
yes.
confidence, finish the sentence. Confidence is what?
Confidence is, ooh, good Lord. I think confidence is your perspective,
Mm,
because my confidence, right, may be different from your confidence.
right.
So I think that your confidence should be your perspective.
Hmm.
My confidence says that I can go from this blonde wig to a red pixie cut to some braids
Hmm.
down to a short haircut,
Right.
and I still feel right. But your perspective may say, I can't do that. That ain't my confidence is the curly hair, the crinkly hair. So I think confidence is perspective. I don't even
Yes,
know if
I
I
love
answered that
it.
right.
Yes, I love that. I love it. Confidence is perspective. Oh my gosh. I am so glad that we were able to
Yes.
do this today. Thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for
having
saying
me.
yes. We just want to give you a hand and
Thank
say
you.
thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes. So before everybody logs off, I do want to go ahead and shout out a couple things. This coming up next week, we will have another special guest. So lock in for all of our people who
Yes.
may be into braids and maybe into natural styling and things like that, or in other beauty professionals who that is your specialty. Make sure that you tune in because we're going to be dropping some gems. And if you have children who we need to take care of their hair, Lord, I'm taking my daughter hair down now. And I said, Lord,
Listen.
it's a special grace on the people who do kids' hair. It's
And people
really
don't understand that.
that is a special grace on y'all's life and your hand and your patience. So stay tuned for that because we're going to be diving into some things there. And I also, of course, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go over to my YouTube channel. You can search for my name, Samaya Best. And the tag is Her Beauty Uncovered. We are building out. We are up to, I think it's 52 subscribers. One day I'll look up here.
Yes.
One day we'll look up here and I'll say we have 52,000
Oh,
subscribers.
come on here.
So, so thank you guys for being a part of the groundwork. But go ahead and go over there to stay tuned because I'm going to start posting more of my everyday things on YouTube so you guys to stay connected with us. Also, if you are a business owner, this says glow up your beauty business, but the more I go back into it and I read it and I dissect it, you are able to apply this to any business. Okay, being
Mhm.
able to build, like we talked about, systems, being able to create your avatar for your perfect client. This is something that we have to think about. We are not in a time where we can do everything, so this really helps you to narrow down what's your niche, what is it that you want to do, what is your vision, what are you speaking over your business, what purpose are you serving, what need is it that you are touching on. So this takes you deep, deep, deep into it, and it has actual principles that you can apply to start to see actual results. I I have started over many times. Let's just say that. I've
Yeah.
started over many times, and I know for sure that this most recent time when I started over, things began to just take off because I had systems in place and I wasn't just throwing a rock and hoping that I hit something. We were in a haystack of, they always say, find a needle in the haystack. No, we're going to get a stack of needles, and we're going to find our needle within that stack. Okay.
Mm.
So, yes, I want you guys to stay locked in. Go and get the book. It is in my Linktree account. And it'll be also in the comments of this live video. So go ahead and get that. I am so excited for us to just get into all of the things. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for the next one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Portia. Thank you for
You're
sharing your
welcome. Thank you for
knowledge.
having me.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You did not have to. People pay money for this, y'all, real money. And she was able to grace us with just the hour of her time. And I'm so grateful. And I pray that you receive the abundance for what you have poured out. And, y'all go and this is a gym. Okay, in the North Carolina area, and not just in North Carolina because she serves everywhere. This is a gym that you have just been given access to, so do not mishandle it, okay? Thank you guys. We love y'all, and we'll see you in the next video.